Brad Williams, Excel Prime. Summing a row of data. Okay, pretty straightforward. Well, let's take a look. We have some characters. We have an unknown. And then we have 4. Well, our output is just a simple sum. So let's look under the hood here. Is this empty? Is it blank? Or is there a blank where somebody hit enter? They wanted to zero this thing out. What they did, they just went in and they hit the entry key for every place. One way to check that is just go in here and hit F9. See an AGH04. The software will pick up just the number. 0 represents a blank. How do I know? Hit the backspace. And if you need to check it again, fine, but you just hit the entry key. Go back, hit F9. Make sure you highlight this here, F9. And you're going to see there's a space here now, or there's 2. But the output is still the same. Be careful here, because maybe down the road it will create some kind of collision, so just be careful. Here we have an extremely large number, and all we see here is a caret 55 and -3. Why the heck is that number so high? Answer it, please. Please, by now you guys should recognize what's going on here. Time's up. We have a date. Is it valid? That's what's critical. If this was text, it would just be 55 minus 3, 552. Question number 2, what's under the hood here? We have a number. It's a series. And it represents March 3rd, and it would be 45176 minus 552, whatever that number is, or you can just go here, hit general, and 44624. You can just hit undo. 552.75, the 3/4. You're asking, how do I enter 3/4? Enter 0.75. Amongst all of these tools, you just have to understand you're just going to have to practice. If you plan to run a marathon, you can't go out and do a half-mile run today to do your marathon tomorrow. Okay? That's just the simple rules. There's not too many people that can do that. Excel is just a form of the 26.2 miles. It takes a lot of work in order to do that. What you have to do, see this endless list of tools? Just seems never ending, okay? This is just the internal if you want to really get into it. But you can hit fraction here and then you can define it. You can go up here and do whatever you want. You can see to what degree is available. Given that we have 3/4, save yourself some time. Just hit fraction and it turns it into 3/4. Here, if you want that a fraction, just go to fraction. And we have a fraction. Still going to add, if you need to sum up this deal, with the exception of this nasty NA, the sum function would sum this up. Even though it's in this format, to get out of that format, just go to general. Here is the evil part of this thing. NA, you have to get rid of it. Period. If not, you're stuck. You're not going to be able to do anything here. You either elect to find the error, and that's an entry error. This is just a typo, okay? I just typed that in. I could have just put equals 12 divided by 0, and I could have got a div error. Doesn't matter. The div error is going to show up. What you have to do is you have to override this. Can you put an if error there? If there was a formula, let's go equals 12 divided by 0. All right, doesn't matter. There's your div error. If error, we're going to put blank. Hit that. That will correct it. You cannot leave that in this series and then try to overwrite it. You can't put an if error here to get rid of this cell error. I'm going to say this is a local and this is a global number. So this local cell has to be corrected. Otherwise, this NA is not going away. So you thought all I had to do was look at the sum function and it's that simple? Nope. You can see that you can run into a lot of problems. You're going to find if you're pulling stuff from a database, if you're using external data, you're going to run into these errors all the time. So you're going to need to learn to clean this stuff up. That's a tutorial on its own, and I'll get to that when I can. Brad Williams, XL Prime. Thanks.